Hello, this is me, CatCorelli, and this is my Cat Vibes series, and this is episode 248. And first things first, right off the bat, Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to 2024. I wish you great health and a lot of love, humility, growth, and self-awareness in this new year. That's what I personally wish to all of you, my dear subscribers. And of course, I wish you new adventures and discoveries and excitement. Be excited about life. Really, please be excited about life. It's life is a wonderful gift. Don't squander it. But anyways, that's the I don't want to go on that tangent forever. Today we're painting a simple little, well, a relatively simple little painting, a miniature, which I wanted to paint for a long while, but I was caught up in these other paintings, the previous ones, and I was kind of really itching to get to this one. And I really wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to overthink it, I didn't want to overcomplicate it, hence I've deliberately limited myself to a miniature size. It's like a little 7 by 8 inch miniature, basically. It's somewhere around here in Kentucky, somewhere around here, and I don't exactly know. I don't remember what exact location is this. Is it somewhere by Owingsville, or is it somewhere around Winchester, perhaps, or maybe on the road to Stanton, or I don't remember. But I loved it. There was this old crooked barn, an old crooked barn with a rusty roof, and it's someone's backyard. And as I was driving by, I snapped a picture, actually 2 pictures, and then from those 2 pictures I was trying to kind of rebuild the scene, just because I liked it so much. So I cut it, basically the frame, and just reframed the composition to fit my purposes, my intensive purposes, or intensive purposes. And this barn, I just found it so beautiful. It was a photo taken in March. I've taken the reference photo, and the sun was it was already spring. It was getting a lot warmer, and the skies were high and blue and beautiful. But I really loved the contrast of the rust on the roof of this old barn and the still kind of cool sky. It's not the summer sky, the summer sky is different. Spring sky it's more complex. It's not the cold winter sky, even though you can have warm days in winter, right? Winter's skies are of a different color, I think. Different tint, to be more specific. But this is this spring sky, and I think that spring sky and fall sky, they have a special kind of magic to them, as far as, the very, very subtle tints hidden in there, which make them cooler or warmer. And plus, on top of that, you have all the the landscape that changes too, so the temperature of the landscape changes too, and that creates some, if we speak in musical terms, creates some very interesting chords or clusters. If we translate that back into the language of color, right? The juxtaposition of colors, the little harmonics that you have there. So I found it here. I just loved it that there is this dark, rusty roof on an old crooked barn, and that high blue sky. And the barn is old, and the sky is new. And the sky is old at the same time, it's always been there. But spring sky feels new. I always had that feeling about it. I don't know, what's your subjective meaning about the spring sky? Tell me. I like that juxtaposition. Plus, the other element in this scene that captivated me was the dark, colder shadow, that dark patch on the barn, and a little bit of that shadow going into the grass. That was something that I really liked about it. And so, naturally, I just wanted to paint it. It's a simple little painting, a simple little miniature, but I definitely wanted to paint it. And there'll be more coming forward, looking forward. Currently, I'm working on a portrait of Tim Pool, and I'm kind of dragging on that a little bit. I can't wait to get back and to simultaneously with the next project, to paint 2, 3, or 4 small little miniatures. Something like this. I like scenes like this. There is a lot in scenes like this. They're very expressive. I find them to be very expressive. There is something very special to them. I don't know. Buildings, backyards, someone's car, some pebbles, some grass, an old crooked barn, someone's belongings over there scattered. There is like a whole story that awaits to be revealed. And by the way, I screwed up this this power line. I started painting it, and it just turned out way too crooked. So that's why I kind of went over the sky once again, and then I will re-establish it. All in all, it was a very fun painting to paint. I painted it basically in one session. Well, I got tired and went to bed, and then I just kind of wrapped it up next day, as far as I remember. But it was a very fun little painting to paint. I almost wish I had roughly the same ratio, a larger canvas, so that I could maybe, make a bigger painting out of this. Miniatures are good. I'm doing miniatures primarily because I have all of these smaller pieces of canvas left over from larger projects. And also because it allows me to create like little ideas, sometimes perhaps for future larger paintings. So I find it to be a very appealing idea to just go with a little tiny miniature sometimes, and get that idea on the canvas, as opposed to going for a larger painting right away. It's not always the correct course of action, I think. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. In this particular case, I think going for the smaller canvas was the best idea. And as you see, it didn't take me a lot of time really to get there. There's gonna be the next painting that I'm gonna show the paint through for. That took me a little more time. I think I've done a few mistakes there, and that's why it took so long. This one turned out really easy. There wasn't anything difficult here. It's just a nice little cozy painting. Once again, I want to wish you a happy new year and a happy belated Christmas. Thank you for your support. Thank you for staying subscribed. Thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it, and I love your comments. Thank you very much. And I'm happy that you went into 2024 with me on this journey. The next fourth single from the forthcoming album is gonna drop on January 10th. There's the finished painting. It's still drying, by the way, but it's available. If you want any of my paintings, any of the paintings that I'm painting through here on my YouTube channel, ask me, I'll tell you the price, and we'll figure out the shipping, and you will get it. We'll make this happen. If you have any ideas for a commission request or something like this, reach out to me and let's talk about it. You know where my email is. Alright? Thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year. I love y'alls, and you will hear me on the next episode.